Hey, what's good, everybody? It's Darin Germyn from McDonald Realty in South Surrey, and today we're going to be reviewing the new Southaven complex, specifically Building 3. Southaven is a large development. They've actually had previous developments where the townhomes have all gone in already. They've already sold buildings 1 and 2, and now Building 3 is actually finally up on the market and being sold to the public. In fact, it just was released about a week or so ago. I had the pleasure today of not only visiting the site at Southaven to see what the construction was looking like, but also to visit the sales center and talk to the lovely ladies of Breakside Real Estate and see exactly what is going on with the Southaven development. So this video today is all about Southaven. We're going to talk about the developer. We're going to talk about the location. We're going to talk about what is being offered at Southaven. We're going to dive into things like the floor plans. We're going to talk about the finishings. If you're an investor, we're going to talk about what assignment fees look like. We're going to dive into the incentives, and we're also going to discuss the amenities, as well as what resale properties out on the market might look like. This means that if you're someone looking at buying new construction, this will give you a good idea of what type of value you get when you buy at Southaven. So let's jump right into it. Southaven is due to be completed in the summer of 2024, specifically Building 3 in the summer of 2024, which isn't too far away as of right now. And when I visited the site, you can see construction was well underway with lots of people on site, the cranes running at full capacity, and the building, essentially all 5 floors of it, are already put up. The developer of Southaven is Park Ridge Homes. Park Ridge Homes is a long-time run family company. It was established in 1986, and since its inception, Park Ridge Homes has received extensive recognition for building quality homes across the Lower Mainland. In 2020, Park Ridge celebrated placing as finalists in 10 categories for the Project Haven, which resulted in 3 awards, including Best Residential Community, Multifamily. They've even won some Georgie Awards, which are a pretty big deal in the residential construction industry. If you're not familiar with what a Georgie Award is, it's presented by the Canadian Home Builders Association of British Columbia and is Canada's premier housing awards program, attended by hundreds of industry professionals, government officials, and industry partners. Park Ridge Homes has done some incredible communities in South Surrey as well, and some that may come to mind or of note are Fox and Atkins, Oliver on King George Highway, or Boulevard, I guess I should say, and Rosemary Gate, just off 32nd Avenue, just about 154th, right behind the fire hall there. And all really, really nice complexes that I've been into, except for Fox and Atkins, because they're still actually building that. So Southaven is located kind of at the corner of King George Boulevard and 33rd Avenue. For those of you that know South Surrey, this is right by Alder Crossing, and that's where you'll find places like Choices. There's a Starbucks and a Subway there, which is awesome, and there's a few restaurants. One of my favorite Indian food restaurants ever is in there, and generally you're pretty central to almost everything. You know, you're a quick drive to the border if you want to go get some cheap gas or some cheap groceries. You're very easy to get onto Highway 99 if you're someone that maybe works in Richmond or downtown Vancouver, and really you're not that far away from South Point, which has got tons of shopping opportunities, including a big Save on Foods, Canadian Tire. There's a Cactus Club there, a Milestones. There's lots of awesome stuff, all within walking distance. Not only that, you're in a very desirable school catchment. This includes Semiahmoo Trail Elementary School and Elgin Park Secondary School, my old high school. Can you believe it? So what exactly are they offering at Southaven? What's for sale, and what are the starting prices? Building 3 is going to be 37 units over 5 stories, with the 5th floor not being really a full floor. It's going to only have a limited number of units up on the 5th floor. This wood frame building is going to offer 1 bedroom, 1 bath units, 1 bedroom and den plus bath units, a junior 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 2 bedroom, 2 bath units that come with 1 parking stall, and 2 bedroom, 2 bath units that come with 2 parking stalls. And the prices range from about $529,900 all the way up to $699,900, both of which prices, of course, include GST. And that doesn't mean GST is included in the price. That means you have to pay GST if you buy these. And if you're somebody that doesn't qualify for the property transfer tax rebate, you might also have to pay that as well. So make sure you look into that. That's not a surprise that you want to take on. What I thought was great is each unit does come with at least 1 parking stall and 1 storage locker, and some of the select 2 bedrooms do offer 2 parking spaces. So if you do have the opportunity to get 2 parking spaces and you can afford it, I absolutely would recommend doing that. And to get started with these properties, you need to put down a $5,000 refundable deposit if you chose to write an offer at whatever point. And after your rescission period expires, you would have to put down 10% of the total purchase price. And this would be your obligations on the property until completion, where of course you would then give them the rest of the money. I had an opportunity to check out the sales center today and see the team from Breakside, and they gave me a little bit of a rundown on what was kind of neat and cool about the property. Now, obviously the sales center is not the site itself, but they do try and build these things to kind of mimic exactly what it would look like and what a buyer's experience would be when they purchase one of these. The finishings were beautiful. I mean, they're kind of what you would expect. I don't find a lot of new construction these days where I'm not overly impressed with the finishings, to be honest, but there was a few things that kind of stood out in the sales center, in the finished suite rather, that I thought was kind of neat, that were a little bit different maybe than some of the other properties you might find out there. Some of the standout items included the really nice plush carpet, the 9-foot ceilings, which are more so advertised on the website. You also do get a 5-burner gas stove, which is really difficult to find in most condominiums. Gas stove is huge, so that's really awesome. It's got a built-in microwave, which is kind of nice. They've got comfort height style toilets, which means you're just sitting up a little bit higher. AC is an option, and you should absolutely get the AC upgrade. We'll talk about that a little bit more later on, but if you have an opportunity and can afford it, absolutely go for the AC upgrade. And you've got gas connections on the balcony, so you can have a barbecue hooked up directly to natural gas. So those are some of the things that I thought were a little unique about this property and the finishings, but all in all, it was really nice inside, kind of what you would hope for and what you would expect. For the purposes of this video, I'm not going to put all of the floor plans on here. You can either check out Southaven's website, or I will put a link below where you can access the floor plans that I picked up from my feature package that I was able to grab today. But there's some really attractive floor plans of various sizes, as I mentioned earlier in the video. They did have a very busy opening weekend where they sold about 15 units apparently, but there is still some really good options left. So you can check out their website or just call the sales center to inquire about what might be left. Regarding the amenities in the building, their website goes on to suggest that it's going to include things like a social lounge with a kitchenette and a powder room, a games room with card tables, ping pong tables, and billiard tables, a fitness center with cardio equipment and weights, a private meeting room, and over 7,000 square feet of beautifully landscaped outdoor space. When it comes to the resale properties that are somewhat similar to what is being offered at Southaven, I actually find their prices to be quite competitive and quite attractive. To give you an example, any properties in South Surrey that are apartments that are at least 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom units are typically selling in and around the $700,000 mark. So these are newer construction buildings that obviously have all the features of what a new property is, except nobody's lived in the new property. But of course, you also do need to account for the new property that GST would be applicable on the purchase price. So as an example, on a $700,000 purchase, that's $35,000 of additional tax that you need to budget for. If we're talking about the price of the 1-bedroom units, I think these are actually a little bit of a steal. I think they're offering them at a very attractive price at about $529,900. And when comparing that to very similar resale properties in the South Surrey neighborhood, again, those prices are quite attractive. We tend to see the asking prices for those in and around the $550,000 mark, so I definitely like what I see in that regard. If you're an investor watching this video, you'll be happy to know that the assignment fee is only 1.5%, and that's one of the more attractive assignment fees we've seen in the last little while. Now, this could also be the nature of the market softening in the last few months, but that is definitely good. We were seeing them as high as 3 and 4 and 5% at the very peak of the market, so 1.5% is very comfortable and makes a lot more sense than some of the other ones we've seen previously. And lastly, I want to jump into what incentives are available. So as of the day of the recording this video, they were also offering as a grand opening bonus that you could get a washer, dryer, and air conditioning unit included in the sale price of your home if you were to commit to buying the home, right now, I guess. But that is going to change. That's subject to change. But never be afraid to ask about incentives, because you never know what you might get. And if you don't ask, you will never know. I'm sure if you do ask the lovely ladies at Breakside Real Estate if there's any incentives, they'll be more than happy to fill you in on what's going on. And that's really the scoop about what's happening with Southaven. So you can go and visit the sales center, see what's going on there. And if you're someone looking to buy a condominium in the South Surrey area, go check it out. It's certainly a nice development, and I would definitely recommend the types of finishings and the builder and the location. I really like everything I see about Southaven. If you are somebody that is looking at buying as well, you do want to consider whether you are going to want representation in the purchase of your home. Don't forget, whether it's Southaven or it's any other new development in British Columbia, those contracts that they will ask you to sign are obviously written by teams of lawyers, and those lawyers are really there to benefit the seller, not the buyer. That's how real estate kind of works in British Columbia, and the people at the sales center will even tell you that. So if you're looking for someone to help review the prices, help review the contract, to help guide you through the process and really just let you know if you're making a good decision, you definitely do want to get your own representation. So that could be us. We, the Germyn team, would love to help you purchase any new construction, whether it is at Southaven or anywhere in South Surrey, Surrey, or really anywhere in the Fraser Valley. Either way, you definitely want to make sure you're appropriately taken care of and your best interests are looked after. Hey, look, I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something in this video. I really like Southaven. I like everything they've got going on there. I would definitely recommend checking them out. And again, if you're someone looking at buying a property, there is a link below this video to my calendar where you can book time with me to speak directly with me, and we'll let you know all about how we can help you in your purchase of new construction or resale real estate in the area. Thanks again for watching. I'm Darin Germyn with the Germyn Group, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next video, because hopefully you subscribe to our channel. Either way, we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.